All right, yo, what's going on, guys? I'm Alpine Delete, and welcome to today's Stellaris game, where we are continuing our playthrough with our Gestalt Consciousness Empire, the Neural Infusers. And so this is a driven assimilator run, and we're going to take a look at our map right now and continue where we left off at last week. Now, in between this stream and the one that we had back on Friday, in my YouTube community post, I gave you guys the chance to vote on what our first Ascension perk should be. You guys selected Nihilistic Acquisition, and here we have it. And so the notion of self-determination cannot be a moral absolute. Holistic goals clearly outweigh individual concern. And so the effect of this Ascension perk will unlock the raiding bombardment stance, which in turn allows us to abduct pops from besieged planets and resettle them to our own worlds. And so I don't know, we've already been in a war before in this run. We went to war with our neighbors and won. We are playing on Grand Admiral as well. And guys, before we get this thing started, let's take a quick look at the Neural Infusion Empire here, or Infusers. And so here is our gray border. And pretty much we started this game off with some pretty solid expansion early on. We did have this empire here on the right, the Imperium of Mersec II. These guys with this sort of greenish border here, they were really close to my homeworld, and so we took the system and this one from them in the past war. But yeah, they were two systems away from my home ring world, which we'll take a look at here. And so yeah, for my empire, we started with a shattered ring origin. We are a Gestalt consciousness. For our civics, we have driven assimilator, and so we'll be starting the game with 10 cyborg pops, and we'll be able to assimilate organics as cyborgs. All right. On top of that, we'll have the assimilation casus belli on all other empires, but this does decrease the opinion for the other empires. We also went with rapid replicator as our second civic, and this gives me some mechanical pop assembly speed and growth node experience gain. And we'll look at those growth nodes in a second. For the shattered ring world, yes, here it is. We've started with this origin, and so you can see the ring in the background. This is one of my favorite starts. I haven't done this in a while, but going to our government here, here is our leader, the external mainframe. And so this is our robot species. He is pretty much immortal unless something malfunctions, I'm not sure. But we have 4 nodes, which I'm not gonna go too heavy into these, but each of these adds a different modifier to my empire as a whole. And they have their own traits as well. And so they're kind of like leaders, but instead of it being like a different robot or a different person, they're all kind of like a growth node is where important hive decisions will be made. For our agendas, we're currently launching the correctional bisection, and this removes negative traits from my rulers and council nodes. And for each trait removed, I lose 300 experience. Okay, and so there's a little trade-off there, but hey, I'd rather have a little loss in experience than those negative traits there. And right now we are trying to unlock the Chart the Unknown agenda, just giving us some survey speed, which, you know what? Let me go back and check. Oh, that's the only one that I have at the moment. And so, yeah. And so here is our government. We don't have any factions, or that's our council. We don't have any factions right now. We are a Gestalt consciousness, so we probably won't have any throughout the whole game. Our policies are kind of set here for now, and I still have expansion set just a bit because with this this diplomatic stance, it decreases the outpost build cost. And so right now I'm still trying to expand to a couple of more systems. Yo, Frizank Beast, what's going on? Good morning, Yang. Happy Memorial Day. Yo, happy Memorial Day to you as well. Do you have any plans? Because yo, yesterday I went to the Indy 500, and that was the first time I've ever been to a race like that. And man, it was intense. I went in kind of blind, but had some fun on the race day, and now I'm here chilling. We're playing some Stellaris and just kind of catching up on our empire before we get this thing started. But hopefully you're doing all right, and everyone else that may be joining or watching this video on YouTube, welcome. Here for one of our edicts, we have a couple of options. Not sure what I want to go with just yet. The nanite actuators. This could be good. So right now I have about 400 nanites, and sure, we'll go ahead and use these. That'll be about, yeah, one nanite per month. So for the next 400 months, we'll be able to keep this nanite actuators active unless we get some technology really quickly and we could maybe unlock a way to harvest nanites if we ever find those in the future as well. And so we have a big deposit of space row here on the left side. Here with this kind of like white line, this is my sector. And so normally I tend to play within it. Once I maybe get habitats or voidborn, maybe something like that, we'll try and get some habitats up in our sector there. But next up, we're gonna go to our technology here, and it looks like we've just completed the space combat doctrine. This unlocks the fleet supremacy edict and increases our fleet command limit by 20. And so we're gonna go ahead and look for a new research here to go with. Now, you're probably wondering, yeah, why would I go for any kind of food related technology? And because the reason being, if we go to our species really quickly, here you'll see that I actually do have organics. They're cybernetic. And so I have my USB species, which is the most of all the species that I have right now. They are robot species, so they don't require any food at all. But I have, like, you know, this sort of four-eyed monkey looking species. I have my orcs, which is my primary secondary species. And then I have this Mandasura. There we go. These guys, I claimed them, I conquered them, and now I'm assimilating them. And so we have a couple of other different species besides my robots. But yeah, for the most part, they're all being assimilated. And so we'll continue to need food. And so gene crops is going to be my next technology that I go for. First thing B says he went on a boat ride on Saturday with the wife and her family, just relaxing and getting some stuff done around the house the rest of the weekend. Nice. That sounds like a wonderful plan. I know I did a little bit of just cleaning up today, nothing too heavy. We're gonna go a little swimming later on after the stream. And yeah, just kind of kick back and relax before we go back to work here. And so right on for stopping by. And like I said before, hopefully y'all is going very swell here. We have about 3 planets, I believe, we're getting ready to colonize. Let me go to my shipyard here. Actually, 2. So we have 2 colony ships on the way, and then we have 19 just things happening with ships either being upgraded or created total. All right, and so we have detected some hostile infiltration from the Imperium of Marust. And so our opinion's already low with this, and so pretty much we're gonna go ahead and maintain a quiet watch with these guys. And this is gonna give me a hacker. Gain hacker asset for use against the Imperium of Marust. And so our rival right now is this green border right here. This is the Marust Imperium. And so right now, yeah, we did beat them in a battle, but their fleet power is superior to us. And what I'm gonna do is open up our espionage tab, and I see here that I have a hacker and I have a manipulator. And so the hacker could help me sabotage a starbase. The manipulator could launch a smear campaign in the future if we get some intel up, or spark a diplomatic incident. Both of these could be useful, but right now, actually, you know what? Sure, I guess since I do have an envoy available, we'll go ahead and accept them. And let me see here. I could start with stealing some technology from them, since their technology is a bit superior to ours. And so we'll get an asset to help us with it. And we'll go ahead and launch that agenda. It'll only cost me about 8 energy credits to upkeep that whole situation. And here, when we left off in the last stream, we had found Bubbles. And so an amoeba juvenile that joined our fleet some time ago appears to have reached full maturity. Now, an impressive adult, she is no less loyal to the ships that gave her a new home when she was stranded. Now, her time spent with the fleet appears to have encouraged adaptive behaviors not typically found in wild space amoebas, making her more formidable presence on the battlefield than others of her kind. And so across the Neural Infusion, her image has become something of a mascot on our science ship. And only one question remains: what should we name her? And there's only one name, and that is going to be Bubbles. And so, yeah, this is the first time in a couple of games that I've found Bubbles. But yeah, now they are a part of my fleet here. And so let's see. Here, I'm gonna open up my, oh, here's my military fleet. And there's Bubbles. She's got some, she's good. She's good. So we'll move her back. I wonder, does she have an upkeep? It says that she has 4 fleet size, but I'm not sure what. Oh, here we go. So Bubbles is rocking the large amoeba weapon and the flagella. And then on top of that, Bubbles has regeneration whole tissue. Nice. And Bubbles has a bio drive. And so, all right, cool stuff. We got Bubbles. We'll go ahead and bring Bubs back to our home system. In the meantime, my ships are upgrading and getting repaired. We have plenty of room right now to build some more ships here. And on top of that, we got a build queue already up. And so let's see if we can maybe add another ship here, and let's create a new one. Now, I can't remember exactly what they were running on their ships before, but I see they already have 3 destroyers in their system. And so that'll probably be the next design that we look at. So jumping over here to our fleet management, we're going to go to our Apex fleet. This is my first fleet I have created. And before we do that, we're going to jump to the designer, the ship designer here. And so this is our first design. We have coil guns or mass drivers. We have nuclear missiles. And so what I'm going to do here is we're going to switch this around. And for the destroyers, I think I'm going to add maybe some... We'll add a point defense for this type of destroyer. I'm going to make 2 different designs. And so this one will have flak battery, and maybe a sentinel point defense. And then for the small weapon, for this one, we're going to switch with lasers. Since we have kinetic weapons on the other, we'll add lasers to this one. And then for our components and just all of our components and things like that, we're going to go ahead and auto-complete that. And so this will be our stunner PD laser. Let me separate this so it's easier for me to tell where they're going to be switched to. And this will be used to protect some of our battleships. And then I'm going to make another design this time. And this time we're going to add a large weapon, and then just more bigger weapons on this one. And so for this one, we have a mass drive already. We'll go with another laser for both slots there, and then this will just be our fully blown laser class. And so I'm going to save this. Actually, let's autocomplete this and then save it. Overwrite that, and let's go back to the point defense here. And so since I got 2 lasers on that one, this one will probably switch to all missiles. And we're going to change the name. Point defense missiles, and for our first design, the destroyer, we're just going to have mass drivers. All right, so let's see. I can't autocomplete that. That's all right. Let's go ahead and close this out. And now we have 3 different types of destroyers here on my fleet design. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with a 1 of each right now. But we'll add a little bit more point defense. We'll add 3 point defense for those. And so 5 destroyers total, actually 6 destroyers total, and then we just have about probably plus 30 smaller ships. Hey man, hey there, got some PC glasses I see. Yeah, so man, on the stream last, 2 days ago or yesterday? I think it was 2 days ago. I could not stream. I don't know what it was. It was like I was feeling some, what is it when your head feels like it's spinning, but you're not moving? I can't think of the word for it, but like I had this huge headache behind my eye, and I think it's vertigo or something like that. I feel like I had that. Like I could not look at my computer screen. I mean, yeah, pretty much just dizzy. Yeah. And so sorry for those that were watching that stream and I had to cut it short. Just, man, I was not feeling it that day. And so I'm feeling a lot better today. I got outside all day yesterday, went to the race, came back, got some sleep. And here we have a multi-phasic force field. But yeah, Terrible Hamster, it is Memorial Day here. And so we got the day off, and that's why I'm able to stream a little bit earlier than I usually do. And so hopefully you're having a good day, a good Monday. And here we're gonna look at the situation. It says that we are losing contact with our operative drones as they enter the steadily more secure Empire or Imperial of Morust 2, our rivals. And so there's a chance we could lose our presence there altogether. These interruptions are likely caused by sloppy Morust 2 shielding technology putting out noisy interference. And so we're gonna have to try and adapt because we may not be able to perform espionage operations as much as we would like to, or at least as efficiently as we could. And so let's grab our science ship here. And I already had a couple of waves of scientists going out and about in the galaxy and surveying and doing things like that. What I'm gonna do here though is, now that the borders to the Imperium are open to us due to a treaty, I'm going to try and just go into their systems and research as many of these projects as we can. And one thing we are going to be looking at projects-wise is the library. This was a dig site we started at in the last stream, and we're going to continue reading through that as well. And oh, the Covenant of Savant is declaring us a rival. And so it looks like we got a lot of these organic species kind of working against us. And here we have a first contact. Hopefully, sounds like too much eye strain. Yes. And so that, I got some good sleep that night. I was out for like maybe, I think I slept for like 9-10 hours that night. Woke up feeling refreshed and great. And just, yeah, I'm feeling great now. And so here we have some hegemonic imperialists. We're going to try and initiate friendly protocols with these guys, but I'm going to expect, man, their empire looks huge. These are some other species that we found as well. Let's see, and this is the empire we just found. They're suspicious of us, and they just closed their borders to us. Completely understandable. We've been converting species into cyborgs. I can see why other species would not like that. But in the meantime, though, we're gonna go ahead and see if we can maybe do some late expansion here in the stream, and let's see if we can maybe, here we go, build a star base over the Stellaris system. This system has a size 24 alpine world. We have a couple of size 20 plus planets in our borders right now. And speaking of planets, let's go ahead and check out the worlds, the rings, all of those things that we have. And so our pop growth is going to be very nice, very nice. And speaking of pops, guys, the galactic community is beginning to form. And usually, if you're playing with an empire, kind of like what I have, sometimes you won't be able to join it, especially if you're a determined exterminator or a fanatic purifier. But we're driven assimilators, and so we can still join the galactic community. And I think with me going down the with the policies and things like that, I think it might change our diplomatic stance to supremacy, because we tried that in our last playthrough, and really going all out on building fleets and things like that. I think that would maybe increase our diplo weight. And so as more and more spacefaring civilizations establish formal relations with one another, the galaxy is becoming a vibrant and lively place. To avoid tragic misunderstandings between nations, an increasing number of diplomats have called for the establishment of a new pan-galactic organization. A community, if you will, where the empires of the galaxy can meet to discuss important matters. Should the Neural Infusion pledge its support for the creation of the galactic community? And we are going to say, yes, this is a worthy endeavor. And so, yeah. Yo, Corset, I could join as a fanatic purifier, and I've seen other purifiers get invited. Really? I didn't know fanatic purifiers could join the galactic community. I thought they had no diplomacy. Skipper Mark, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you guys are having a good weekend. Or I'm saying weekend. It's Monday. It's so weird having a Monday off. But yeah, we're here playing some Stellaris with our Gestalt Consciousness Empire. And we're just kind of looking at our planets right now. We've been looking at our empire. Ooh. And I see that if I clear out this tile blocker right here, it's going to give me 100 alloys. And so we're going to get started on that. That is a little expensive, though. It does cost about 1,000 energy credits to clear out these tile blockers on your planets. But yeah. This is our first ring world. Here is a size 24 Arctic world we colonized recently. We only have 8 pops on it at the moment, but it looks pretty solid. We got districts here, but we have 10 and 10 for housing and available jobs. So right now, I'm not going to probably add any more buildings until we get a little more pops on this world. For Planet Terminus, another size, just plus 20 worlds all over the place. And I turn my habitable worlds down. And so the fact that we're still getting this many massive planets near us is very good. And so we'll go ahead and look at what's next. We have a size 15 Sprout world. This is a world that I conquered recently, and we've been assimilating pops. Here we have, oh nope, they've already been assimilated. And so now we're just growing this type of species. And yeah, they're the only species that can grow in this world. I was going to see if I could maybe have my other primary species grow there, but yeah, we're okay. You know what? While we're at it, since I'm on this ring world now, and I see that the only available jobs are those maintenance drone jobs, which increase amenities. I'm looking up here. Let's see. We're gonna see if we can maybe just build another research lab on this ring world, and we'll come back to it a little bit later on. And I know that the pops will want to jump to those calculator jobs. They're kind of like scientist jobs, but for robots, they call them calculators. And so over here at our station, we're going to start with the hydroponics bay, and then we're going to add maybe 2 more anchorages here to get some more food and naval cap. Now for my rivalry, these guys, we have a link here, a network link, and I want to see what's up about these guys. So their fleet power is equal to ours. All right. We're not too worried about them. We're going to jump over here to my government tab, though. And if we go to supremacist, it says here that our diplomatic weight from fleet power, which is not as high as I want it to be at the moment, but our diplomatic weight from that will increase by 100%. We will have modifiers with war exhaustion gain, naval capacity, and claim influence as well. Now, for my species, we don't have to claim any systems because just we believe all systems are ours already. So here we have the stealing technology, espionage operation taking way. But yeah, with those claims, it'll still cost me influence if I want to like expand my borders. But if I'm at war with another empire, there's no claims needing to be made. I finally figured out how to upgrade habitats. I didn't realize it was under decisions. Yeah, and I think it's either technologies or ascension perks. I think it's ascension perks that you use to, you have to unlock to increase the size of those. But once you fill up a habitat, you've been trying to catch up on the stream VODs for the series. Right on. Yeah, I appreciate that. I've been trying to add chapters, so it's a little bit easier for you guys, like kind of skip to, I think, what I believe are the more interesting parts. But yeah, let me know what you guys are thinking about the VODs here. We're streaming this on YouTube as well. And no, yeah, I've updated the exclamation point empire so that if you guys catch the stream a little bit later on in the run, you can get some background information about the empire here. And so here we have our unit Xavier. He is our archaeologist unit, and we have another 2 traits here that we could select for him to pick up on. And so here we have the quick calculations, increasing anomaly research speed by 25%, and then the metallicious calculations. This increases anomaly discovery chance 10%. I'm going to go with the quick calculations because this is the primary reason that I selected this leader, was to research anomalies as quickly as possible. And with this archaeologist trait that he already has, that increases his archaeology excavation speed by 20%. And so this adds a 25% to anomalies as well. And so once he finishes the dig site it's currently researching, we can get right away to the other ones. Now up here it's saying that my nanites, I am losing nanites per month, which is intentional. We have a edict that is activated right now, increasing my research speed. And that was kind of the reason I wanted to add more research labs, at least right now, so that we can definitely maximize on getting some early game tech just already researched. And so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and crank that speed up just a little bit here. We're gonna jump to our fleet manager, and let's just reinforce. It looks like we'll only be able to add 1 more destroyer here, but yeah, we are now beginning to build our first set of destroyer ships. And so we just completed that technology. Key Orion, let's get our conquering on. Oh yes, our assimilation. Let's see. And so here we have contact, and also Key Orion, welcome to the stream, guys. How you doing? Welcome. We've made contact with a peaceful trader empire. Okay, and so I'm hoping that this might be the first empire we might be able to be on good relations with. And then we have a harmonious collective. So I'm going to imagine this is probably some sort of alliance or federation. But the birth of the galactic community is upon us. And so this is a historic day. Several of the galaxy's prominent spacefaring empires, including my empire, the Neural Infusion, has announced the creation of the galactic community. This supernatural organization will serve as a forum where matters involving the entire galaxy can be discussed and decided upon. As one of the founding members, we can take pride in this milestone of galactic history. And so, a great day. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go look into that, because I was for sure that a purifying empire, maybe it's determined exterminators, but for some reason I thought those like kind of kill all, no diplomacy type empires were just not allowed in the galactic community. But yeah, I may be wrong on that. I'll do some research. Here we have signs of battle. Let's take a look at this system here. And so, okay. It says here that there's clear evidence of a massive space battle that took place in orbits of this planet right here behind me in the last 5,000 years. The surface of one side of the planet is pockmarked with craters from stray weapon blast, and scans from our science ship have picked up several hulks on the ground. Now, these wrecked ships are all in very poor condition, and the fact that anything remains at all after the damage they must have sustained is a testament of their advanced design. Now, my scientists are preparing an expedition to sift through these derelict holes for any valuable technologies. And yeah, this is going to start the Mount Graveyard expedition. Yeah, I would absolutely like to have some more modifiers to my ships, and here we have it. So members are now joining the galactic community, and the galaxy is starting to fill up. Excuse me, some of these situations I'm going to skip past, and oh, we actually just found 2 rare crystals from this situation. But yeah, here we have a bunch of members out, and let's change our map mode to the opinion map mode. All right, and so we got maybe, looks like most of our neighbors don't like us, but we have a handful of empires out here that we could maybe begin making some trades with. And so instead of using my envoys to spy, which I feel like it's kind of a waste for me right now, we're gonna go ahead and have one of my envoys begin improving relations with these empires that I'm seeing that have these green borders here. And so like right here, oh nice, the toxoids, you know, they're wary of us, but our relationship's plus 23 opinion right now. So again, this is going to be something I'm going to try and improve relations with. I have an envoy that is currently in the middle of a espionage operation, and it looks like right now we're stealing some technology, and so I'm going to let that operation continue. Hopefully we can get a little tech from them, and then we'll take advantage of that situation while it's available. But outside of that, we may be looking to go back to war with our hostile neighbors here, the Imperium. We just got to increase our fleet power, and so here we're now chasing a lead to steal some technology. That operation is still underway. Checking out some of my worlds here, I see that the jobs are dropping down to 4, which is a good thing. Pops are growing, jobs are filling up. I see there is some expansion over here on the right side. We have some borders that have been closed. Okay. Alrighty. And jumping here to some of my... Okay, yeah, we have 3 more destroyers on the way. Once those are finished, I like to keep an eye on my ship's relative power compared to my neighbors, and then that's when I tend to plan an attack. And so sometimes they'll declare war on me. And speaking of which, that's what happened in our last stream. I did manage to take some of their defensive platforms from them and their bases as well. But speaking of defensive platforms, let's go ahead and add... this game, I built 2 different types of defensive platforms. I built one that could definitely take out some of the smaller ships, and the second one, same thing. The first one's my default class. The second one, I added strike craft to. And so let me just double check that. I want to make sure I didn't leave anything behind. But here are the 2 different defensive platforms I currently have. And so this one here has kinetic weapons and nuclear missiles. The other has a scout wing, and oh yeah, that's right, I didn't finish upgrading that. Actually, hold that thought. We're going to add lasers to this one. So the other one has kinetic weapons. This one will have lasers. And I wonder, you know what? Let's squeeze some... Oh, man. Okay, so this completely changes the design of it. I don't know if I want to put all of my defenses into point defense, because what if the AI does not use missiles? I feel like they did, though. I'm going to take a gamble with this one and see what happens. We'll add 2 flak batteries and 2 point defenses, but I feel like I remember the AI in our past battles using missiles. And so if they do, that'll completely nullify that damage there. And now let's go to these bases here. And so I'm going to squeeze on about 2, and maybe, oh, that's all I can build for now. No worries, I'm willing to cash out my energy or my alloys so that we can increase those defenses. And while I'm not going to be solely relying on them, it's good to just have them hold off fleets for a little bit until I can prepare to attack. And so here we have the growth node that has a trait available. And let's see, what could we go with here? We got 3 options. You know what? I think I'm gonna go for some trust gap. try and increase some more relations. I think right now we just have too many empires out there that are a bit hostile towards us. And here we're to risk altercation with another empire. It appears we have found maybe a wrecked ship or something, and we're going to return this once again. Right now we're going to be trying to just increase relations with a few of the other empires. And I wanted to go to our contacts. And if we switch this to opinion map mode, as you can see, there are a lot of empires out here that don't like us. We got a few friends as well, but yeah, we want more higher opinions than negative ones. And so, oh, this is a fallen empire. Oh yes, and so guys, just a heads up, the Shard right here is a militant isolationist, and we are trying to definitely not get on their wrong side right now. And so, yeah, that's just what's kind of going on in the game. But next up here, I think I was looking for another system to expand or just build another star basin. And so I think maybe we'll go for this system up here. It's not in my sector, which is okay, but this system has two very large worlds in it that we've went ahead and colonized. And this will be my next system that I have a star base in. The food's looking good. Energy credits have taken a slight hit. We can go to our worlds here and maybe squeeze on a generator. Let me see where you at. Or an energy grid building here, but it looks like we'll have to wait until we get... What's the deal? Oh, we're lacking... Wait, do I need... Wow. So apparently you need alloys to build energy grid buildings. Okay. And so we just bought a handful there, and we are now going to add these to a couple of my worlds to get that energy upkeep back up. Do all planets or all buildings with robots? Okay, see, all right, these are all minerals. All right, cool. So it's the energy grid buildings that do require alloys here. But I wanted to double check because I was like, wait a minute. Since when did the buildings require alloys for that? And so right now it looks like the energy grid is the only building I have that needs alloys to be made. And so outside of that, though, I think we got our planets queued up for some building and getting some more jobs up. We're going to go back to my construction ship here, and I'm kind of looking around seeing if there are any systems that we could continue to expand our borders to. We got plenty of influence, and we're going to head over in this direction. I'm seeing a lot of open systems here. We got another first contact situation that right now I'm probably not going to start. I'm going to keep all of my envoys improving relations with some of these other empires, because here in the future, I'm hoping that we can make some trades. And so these guys are still a little wary of us, but let's see if they're willing to share some of their resources. Oh, okay. And so we got a trade partner right here we could make something happen here. And I'm just going to start with a small trade. Want to see if maybe we could give them some... We have lots of minerals. All right, and so that doesn't seem to be something that they necessarily require. Food, they do not care too much about. I don't have any minor artifacts to sell. And yeah, I think minerals right now will be our best bet. And so let me drop the alloys down to where... That doesn't really seem like a fair trade. But again, just trying to make some early friends here. If we can maybe get a commercial pack with someone. Actually, I don't know if Gestalt Consciousness can have commercial packs. We'll see here if we can get something going on. But if worse things worse, we'll just try to get a friend out there in the galaxy. And so here I got about 200 more alloys, and with the Covenant of Savant, it looks like they responded well to us. Their opinion has changed by 50 because we gave them back a ship. And so that empire is one empire away. There are rivals, but actually this is not them. Where is Savant at? Here they are. They're actually down towards the bottom of us. And so they're pretty hostile towards us as well. And yeah, we just might have to get ready for... I'm going to probably just brace for the worst here. Expect these guys to attack me in the future. And so, oh, we got a war that has been declared between who? Between a consciousness, a hive mind, a lithoid hive mind, and a... Oh, these are our friends. All right, and so let's see how this goes down. But yeah, it looks like this consciousness empire and the Restorian, the Refustorian empire, these two are both at war right now. And so... Interesting stuff here. We have now finished a operation we have stolen some technology. And Weasel, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today, my friend? Here it says our infiltration attempt in the Imperium has proceeded flawlessly so far. Our operatives cover held throughout, and although the Manders exercise reasonable security, the trust we manufactured was just sufficient to grant us our window of opportunity. Now, a complex series of electronic blinds and bluffs has exposed the research database for just long enough to make our move. This Empire security will clamp down tightly after we're done here. And so that'll do. Mission accomplished. And so I'm going to say that'll do. Yeah, we'll finish it. There's no more of that I want to do. I don't want to use any more espionage. But yeah, Weasel, welcome to our Driven Assimilator run. We are playing on Grand Admiral right now. And we're just trying to get ourselves positioned for probably another. Ooh, our fleet power is equal to theirs now. And so that must mean, yes, the destroyers are finished here. Hang on. We're jumping back to the fleet manager because I'm going to queue up some more ships. This is fun. I love this. And so we're going to buy some more alloys here. We got about 500 more alloys to our designer here. So these are all the ships I have. 6 destroyers, a huge amount of corvettes. I'm going to try to get all the corvettes up to about 20 corvettes of each category. So that'll be 60 corvettes, and then maybe I could just squeeze on a couple of more destroyers there. But there we have it. That'll queue up about 6 corvettes total to be made. That's all I have the resources for. Excellent. And we'll get ready to see what happens after that. If their fleet power is inferior to us, we may be looking for another empire to begin our nihilistic acquisition, absorbing pops off of planets. And so here I have my scientist who's currently surveying the galaxy. I think he's researching a project right now. This scientist has a unity modifier and a leader experience gain. And so this is a veteran level that it is now reached. And let's see here. Man, that assists research efficiency being increased by 50%. Let me see where the scientist is. So yeah, they're surveying right now. You know what? They don't have a lot of systems to survey. I'm going to give them this analyst. I'm sorry. I had a brain fart right there. They're going to be assisting our planets in research later on, and I'll definitely be utilizing that modifier there, especially with these guys being robots. There's a chance they can live for a very long time. And so the galactic market is not up just yet, but here we have our council, our community. And right now, these are the resolutions that we have queued up. But let's go to, okay, so we got about 80 days until the Senate is in recess. What? Okay. Or we are out of recess. And so it looks like the first resolution that we may be voting on is regulatory facilitation. And that we will go ahead and support. And since this galactic community is up now, we're going to jump over to our government tab once again. And earlier I mentioned the supremacist tradition tree. Now we are going to go for it. And so for the next 10 years, our diplomatic fleet power, yeah, we here it is. There it is. If you guys want to see it. And we are going to continue going on from there. So I'm going to see how much that is going to increase my diplo weight to. Right now we're at 424, and it, oh, okay. Got me up a little over 100 there. So it's going to move me up a few spots. Too bad our robots never manages to invent cloud saving so that we have backup save for our leaders. That is true, Terrible Hamster. Yo, you got a good point right there. All right, so let me grab my other envoy too while I remember to do this. And I think are these guys decreasing our relation? I think it's just probably going down, but let's try to improve it. Oh, so I already have a envoy improving it. All right, well, in that case, these guys are neutral with us. And so both of these empires we just looked at here, they're at war with each other. I'm going to improve relations with both of them and just kind of play both sides of the card. Whoever wins the war, it does not matter. It's going to be a win for me. And for our next engineering technology, if I see pop growth speed modifiers of any kind, whether it's through growing pops or assembling them, gotta go for it. Mechanical pop assembly speed being increased by 10%, we are definitely selecting that technology next. Clone our leaders, but only the best, and keep them on ice. Oh yes, we're gonna have ice-cooled PCs controlling the galaxy, like a margarita. Yum yum. Are you drinking margaritas this past weekend, Kia Raya? I haven't had a margarita in quite some time. All right, so we got our fleet up to about half of our capacity, and right now we got about 5 more Corvettes on the way. Oh, and we're getting some more intel. So this empire is a little bit bigger than we thought. You're on vacation, Jelly. We are on a 3-day weekend here. But today's your sister's birthday. Well, happy birthday. Happy birthday to your sister. And I feel like my cursor just sped up. Let's slow down. Now it's too fast. All right, so the Senate is now in session, and we're going to take a look at what we are currently voting on in the galactic community. But before we do that, for our physics tree here, let's go with specialized combat computers. This will add the component basic combat roles. And now that I'm bringing this up, I just remembered, let's see if we have any additional edicts that we could activate. And here it is, fleet supremacy. This is going to take me slightly over my my Unity allowance right now, but we're gonna take it anyway, and get the bonuses from this edict that increases ship starting experience, ship build speed, and diplomatic weight from fleet power again. So that's another diplomatic weight. That's going to put us at 110 diplomatic weight from fleet power right there. And so here in the galactic community, we are now voting on the regulatory facilitation. I'm supporting this resolution, and we'll see what happens a little bit later on. And so after that, let's see here on my my Arctic world here. It looks like we have more jobs than housing, and so I'm going to get a head start here and probably add 2. Oh, I can only add 1 Nexus district right now. Just taking a look at my resources here, and I see that I got some alloys built up, and so that gives me room to reinforce some more of my ships. But one thing I just saw right there, if we go back to this world, or no, it was the technology that I just researched. Oh yeah, now we're going to go with pop growth speed. And so since I do have cyborgs still, they have a pop growth speed modifier. It's a little different from the robots. You assemble robots, you grow pops. I want to add to both of those. And so here we have the situation where we can keep an eye on a system. Let me see, where is this located? Ooh, this system up here, this mirror system. We're going to keep an eye on it because it may either produce some very juicy resources, and I think it's a planet maybe, or the system might just explode. But we'll find out in 42 years and like, what was it, 3 days? Let's go to our situations. And so these are all the situations I currently have. Apparently I just colonized the planet. We'll look at that in a moment. Let me see, what do we have here? We have the fungal trail, which I don't think I can do this one yet. It's a little bit further away from my my borders. And then we have 2 physics technologies that we can research. And so the cloud study and the amoeboid pacification. So these we'll probably come back to a little bit later on. I have my other scientists in my borders right now currently researching and excavating dig sites. And so let's go ahead and expand our borders here right now while we have the resources for it. And we only have like a handful of these left. I see that these couple of systems here are going to be very good to go for. They're in a cluster as well, and the Fallen Empire next to us usually does not expand at the moment. And so yeah, all these borders you're seeing over here on my bottom left side, they won't be growing because usually the Fallen Empire doesn't move. We just finished our first archaeological dig site, and let's take a quick look at the library. And so this part of the excavation is called Civilization's End, and it says that we can now piece together what became of Alani's attempt at immortality. It appears that far from bringing them everlasting life, they created a terrible menace, a swarm of microorganisms capable of multiplying rapidly and almost instantly devouring any organic matter. It must have happened to our team's lost member. And so we had a member that we lost earlier. He literally just disappeared, and all we found was his GPU. Your influence is being wasted. Claim something or build an outpost. Oh, so that's what we're doing right now. Yeah, we're still doing some expansion for sure. The resulting catalysm. Also, by the way, Amiral, welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing all right. Thanks for stopping by on our YouTube stream here. The resulting catalysm wiped out much of the population. The survivors splintered into two groups, one unwilling to give up, and they took to the depths, recreating their civilization in airtight pockets, such as the one that we found. However, the solution proved unstable in the long run, and eventually the microorganisms found their way into their habitats. The caves became their tombs. Ooh. And so the other group instead went into exile, enforcing a planetary quarantine by utterly obliterating the surface, rendering it uninhabitable. They must henceforth live in small enclaves and dedicate themselves to preserving the lost knowledge of their civilization. Their ultimate fate is unknown to us, but one of the data crystals indicates they were heading towards another system. And so maybe this will lead to another situation? Ooh, and so we got two options here. We can either get the killer microorganism modifier. This will increase army collateral damage by 100%. It'll increase army damage by 50%. Oh man, that sounds incredible. Or we can go for the minor artifacts. This tomb will be your grave? Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm gonna say quarantine the planet, allowing only careful. Oh man, that's nice, but man, getting the killer microorganism just sounds sweet. This kind of goes against what I'm doing though, because I don't want to have my armies take collateral damage, and we already have the nihilistic acquisition too, so we might not even be sending pops to worlds for a while. We'll just be changing our bombardment stance to raiding, and so we'll go ahead and continue that path there, and I think it's going to take me to another archaeological dig site. But look at all this space deposit here. There's exotic gases, there's 8 of each technology in each category, and so we'll be sure to utilize that here in a bit. And so my construction ship is already on it. They're automatically constructing, and now we have a puzzling polygon. And so guys, we got a lot of situations here coming up. I'm going to start skimming through these. If some of them, it becomes a lot, that slows down the game. But one of our science crews has recovered the reflective polygonal object near, I think that's going to be an asteroid. Let's take a look at this. Yes, so that is an asteroid. This is the JOO 9000 asteroid, bringing it on board for detailed study. Now, object's most intriguing quality is its ability to reflect most types of low-frequency energy beams directed towards it. Now, high-frequency energy beams, however, remain unaffected, making the object's properties useless with regard to any potential fleet defense applications. Now, despite extensive examination, our scientist research team has been unable to determine the function or origin of this particular polygon. It appears to be hollow, but its metalloid surface is engraving with some kind of scientific notion. Through the full meaning of this codified data eludes us, our unit believes it relates to wormhole metrics. Now, our research team was able to glean some fascinating insights into the wormhole theory by studying these notions. Whatever purpose this object was created for, however, is still a mystery. And so this is a puzzling situation indeed, but it grants me a bunch of physics tech deposits. And let's jump over here to our physics technology. We just completed that combat rules. And since we were lacking a little bit of energy credits, even now our energy credits are just a tad bit, they're at 13 per month. That's nowhere near enough. We're gonna go with the quantum energy states next, and this is going to increase energy credits from my tech drones. For my science ship here, we're gonna go ahead and go to researching anomalies in our next nearby systems. And I think there's only a few of these anomalies left, anomalies and projects for us to research, but good stuff there. We've cleaned those all up. So even over here, we finished researching the systems in my rival system. They're probably like, they're making discoveries in our borders. And yes, we are. And so, someone mentioned earlier about spending that influence to expand. And yes, we are going to go ahead and do that again. And so here, we're gonna go ahead and build a starbase, and I'm just gonna probably queue these all up since they're all one system away from my borders. And that's still not even really going to put a dent into my empire's influence at all. We still have a huge amount of it right now. And so, yeah, it's not the end of the world for me. Don't count your planets, and so our scientists have discovered something rather monstrous. The mountain range they scanned earlier was actually the outer membrane of a gigantic egg on this planet. Wow. Now, it's uncertain what behemoth could lay such an egg and what horror could hatch from it. And so we're going to study this from afar. The last thing I want to do right now is lose the leader, especially this early in the game. But yeah, going back to some of our planets here. See, here we have a world that only has 5 housing and 4 available jobs, which I'm pretty sure, yes, they're going to be those maintenance drone jobs. And so as my pops begin to fill this planet up, this will begin to increase the amenities, but we do have a little bit of crime. And so, you know what, maybe on this world, we'll add 2 more Nexus districts just to open up building districts and increase that housing for now. And then for the rest of the worlds that we currently have, oh, this is our new colony we just established on. Let's see. I have yet to lose a leader to crack the egg. I have. I've had a leader die, and I'm not going to take the chance. And so here we are going to go ahead and, oh man, I can't decide. What do I want this world to be? So I still got a good amount of minerals, but I already have... Oh, they're already considering this a forge world. By the way, respect for going for the driven assimilator. Since the new ascensions came out and the driven assimilator, you can only modify half your pops. I can't bring myself to play them. What do you mean by modifying only half of your pops? Because I've been changing all of them, I believe. If we go to our species here. Because at the end half, your pops are not optimized. Oh. Yeah, see, right now, all of the organic species we have are mostly cybernetic. But I mean, even though, if that does happen, it'll be all right. I'll be probably in the later game just having so many more machines than anything else. And especially once that market gets up, I'm looking forward to buying some pops off the market. And so here we're going to go ahead and build a, you know what? Let's get even more robots on this world. Actually, man, my energy credits, they are pretty low. And I mentioned not having a... I already have a lot of... man. I want this to be an alloy world because of those 20 industrial districts. This is a forge world. Okay, so, yeah. This is another forge world. This one would probably be a good generator planet, but man, yeah, those 20 industrial districts. All right, so I have a game plan here. This planet, since it doesn't have as many industrial districts and just one less generator district than the others, I think this one world maybe should be able to hold me up. We'll get an energy grid squeeze on here and a generator district. We'll come back to it, but I'm going to change this world from a forge world to a generator world. And then for this planet here, I'm going to grab a Nexus district and I think this is going to be a forge world for us too. Yeah, these are the ones that, this is the planet that has the 20 industrial districts on it. Or 19 now in this case, but oh yeah, it's going to be 19 because I'm building a Nexus district. So yeah, just getting a head start on that. We're going to go back to our engineering here and got a crash site. How tragic. Next up, let's go for the exotic gas extraction. This will allow us to exploit our first special resource right now. We found some nanites earlier, but actually being able to exploit the rare or exotic gases, that's going to be a nice bonus to have. Here we are getting some space deposits or some tech deposits from apparently a runaway greenhouse effect. And so it says here that there's evidence of this world right here behind us that looks kind of funky. It says that the current climate is the cause of the runaway greenhouse effect triggered by massive amounts of population. Now the oceans have boiled away and the planet is permanently enclosed in a dense cloud layer due to thick atmosphere. Now the scattered ruins from the indigenous civilization can still be found on the surface, suggesting an overpopulated culture that perished in the mid to late stages of an industrial age. What a waste. What a waste. All right, and so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and jump up out of there. That planet, it's a funky world. But we're gonna need some more minerals right now to maybe grab some more buildings on these planets we currently have. And so I just bought about 1,000 of them. Same thing on this world. I'm gonna build a Nexus district, and for starters, I might go with the energy grid, but this planet is not, I'm not gonna have it set to be a generator world just yet. Just right now, my credits are still leaking, and we have Okay, there we go. A slight boost here. It's kind of going back and forth. I'm going to probably bet that some of it has to do to my fleets, which, as you can see here, yes, we can see where your energy credits are being consumed from. And 61 of my energy credits are being consumed from ships. Another 68 are coming from my pops alone. And another 63 from, oh, the 63 is from the pops. The 68 is from the jobs. And so there's a couple of other things that are impacting my energy credits here, but I think we're going to be slowing down a little bit on building some buildings on these worlds, because that's another thing about not having such high upkeep on your planets, or having so many available jobs on your worlds, because yeah, those jobs got to still function, or they got to stay up. So what I could do is if I really wanted to go in and start just kind of shutting them down until there's more pops working, there's that option, but I'm not going to get that heavy into the pop management stuff. What we're going to look at next, though, is our traditions. And so here, we've completed the supremacy tree. And again, you guys voted for it in the YouTube community post. The nihilistic acquisition is going to be our first ascension perk that we already have. And that was from us completing this tree. Now, we had started halfway in discovery and jumped over to supremacy. Here we have two options. We have the database uplinks increasing research station output, or we can go with the iterative AI. This increases my leader pool size by 1, and my leaders will gain experience 25% more effectively. And so if I jump down here, I just want to see if I have any, let me see what my fleets look like. So my fleet already has a admiral on it. I think I'm gonna go with the, you know what, we could probably recruit a governor. And so yeah, I'm gonna go with this leader pool modifier there being increased. Let's go up to one of our worlds. And I'm going to change the order of my planets so that the planets that have the most pops are on the bottom. And so here we have a planet that has 30 pops on it. This is my Forge world, and lots of options here. Let's see what leaders we have available. And so all of them are robots, which is wonderful. I already got minerals here, and oh, I gotta wait a month. Here we go. I'm going to recruit units W8, who has a network relay trait that increases unity by 3. And he's going to be assigned to planet Terminus here. And so we have an agenda available, charting the unknown. Now, I didn't really need this agenda right now, but it was the only one that I had at the moment. And let's see what our next agenda is that we'll be launching. Now, once I launch this, it increases survey speed by 100%, and it increases anomaly discovery chance by 5%. But yeah, going back over here to the available agenda, all I have right now is infinite opportunities, and this just increases amenities. But I might be saying that in a downplaying kind of way, but this can be very good, especially if you're like at war with another empire and you invade their planet. There's usually that culture shock if you invade a primitive world. This can help out with that in some ways. It can help your planets that are already stable, increasing job output from happy pop workers. And so yeah, next up for engineering technology, or no, physics technology. So I'm looking at engineering right now for that exotic gas. You know what? I'm kind of torn right now between either 0G laboratories or shields, and I'm probably gonna go for the laboratories first, since that's gonna take at least just 10 months to research, so not too much time. Now, I recruited another leader because I thought I had that technology available. Or I thought something, let me see, what do I have here? Where did I see that from, and why did I recruit another leader then? In this case here, I might just drop one of my scientists, and I think I'm gonna let go of unit Y8 for now. And so we'll let them be so that we can keep our leader capacity right under, or right where it's maxed out at. And now we have a new agenda available. Let's see, finding the voice. This increases unity and gives you unity modifiers, which maybe we'll try that one out next after our next agenda. All right, and so once again, back to the fleet manager here. Let's do a quick reinforcement. Let's check up on our neighbors' relative power. And they've climbed back to being a little bit more superior than us. Okay. Playing a little back and forth here. Just trying to keep my fleets up with them. Oh, and these guys look pathetic. Let's see, what is going on here? And their subjects, oh, they're already pledging secret fealty to another empire. Let me see if my borders are open to you guys. They are. And who is your overlord? That's the real question here. And so an empire has been subjugated that is actually our rivals at the moment. Let me see, what was their empire name? They're our rivals. I'm gonna imagine they probably hate us. This is the interstellar autocracy. And so I want to see where you guys are. Where are you? I don't see. Why don't I not see your empire? Oh, here you are. Oh, actually, you know what? We're not on the worst terms. See, it doesn't show me who their overlord is, though, unless I don't know the overlord. Interesting. These guys are equal as well. And so, yeah, right now we really just need to squash our neighbors here, and we could potentially snowball down the right side of the galaxy. Let me see what this Savant Empire is looking like. They're superior to us as well. And so, yeah, let's go ahead and start getting to work on getting some more ships here. But in the meantime, though, we'll do a quick look at our planets. This world, oof, thank goodness. Uh-oh. And here we have an empire declaring war on us. The Imperium is coming back. They want another war, and we're gonna bring it to them. Yo, J-Game, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. We got an empire that is about to declare war on us. We found out, and it is about to be go time here. And so this will be our second war against this rivaling empire on the right side of us. They are pretty hostile, and we are going to hopefully have enough ships to tackle them out. And so next up for physics technology, let's jump to the barrier point defense. We're gonna squeeze in any more kind of like ship modifiers if we can. For my scientists up here, we're gonna go ahead and, oh, I don't have a scientist here. That's right. In that case, I have a second scientist here. Okay, we'll go ahead and research this project. And I'm just gonna manually select. Oh, another science ship is doing that. Who's fleet? No, so I have one of their scientists in my borders right now. How was the race? The race was crazy, man. I had a lot of fun. I've never been to a 500 before, but man, that was some good stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, we are closing borders to these guys. We should have did this a long time ago. We're gonna get this scientist out of my system. Bingo. And now I got my scientists researching the projects in my borders right now. And I'm gonna go ahead and mess with their survey settings, their automation settings, and we're gonna have them begin just automatically investigating projects and things like that as well. How's the snake pit? It got crowded in there a little fast. Lots of jumping. I don't mind crowds. I know when you go to like shows like that, it can get just kind of like shoulder to shoulder really quickly. And so usually once I feel about, you know, in the span of a minute, if I get, or no, in the span of like 30 seconds, if I get pushed about 2 or 3 times or just kind of bumped into, I'm like, all right, I got to start going to the back. And so I didn't know that the pit opens up at like 9. And so I went at like 10 o'clock and I was like, all right, sure. Yeah, I'll go in there. And then after that, I went back at like around, I think it was after the race started. I went back at like 12:30 and it was just hot, but it was great. I loved it. I like being around a huge group of people in a setting like that where it just kind of feels like a collective. Yo, hey Alpha, daytime stream, fun. Yes, Zoe, how has Crusader Kings been? Guys, if you're here in the chat and you don't know Zoe Monroe, you should check her out. A really cool content creator, and she's been playing one of my second favorite games, Crusader Kings. And so I can't remember how to use my stream deck. I swear I stopped using this thing for one day and then there's buttons everywhere that I don't even remember how to use. And so, oh, there it is. Also, yo, check out J-Game as well. And so both of these guys I want to give shout outs for. Cool creators. I think I have to wait, Zoe, until your name pops up here. But once it does, I got you. Wow. If you guys use stream decks, let me know. This thing is crazy. It like pulls up like everyone's name that I can see in the chat right now. And it gives me the option to like shout them out. And so, yeah. I've been successfully grinding the kingdom into the ground. In fact, I have no kingdom anymore. It's, oh, yo, I mean, that happens though. And so, but that's the best way to learn. and kind of figure things out. I think right now, I haven't really played anything after the tours and tournament release. And so I tried a little bit of it before. I think I played with one house after the tours DLC and all that stuff, but man, there's so much more that I feel like is in that game now that I don't even know about. And so I got to come back and give that game a run here in a little bit. I might do an actual tutorial today because I might understand it better now. Yes, those do help. So the CK3 tutorial is I would say it helped me just understand the game a little bit better. But nothing really beats that firsthand experience here. Guys, we got a special project that has been completed. One of our science officers has managed to partially translate the alien world discovered, and it is a memorial for an extinct alien race that once contained a small interstellar empire in this region of the galaxy. Now, they were apparently exterminated by the creators of the mural, a fact that they seem to regret. Given that the mural has been dated to be in excess of 300 million years old, it is likely that its creators are also extinct by now. Perhaps most interesting of all is that the material that the mural was made of, despite its age, is in remarkably good condition. Amazing. And so this gives me some tech points there. I tried the tutorial before and was so lost. That's why for me, it's like, all right, I'll pick up on one thing in a tutorial and then I'll come back to it later on and like remember it in the game and then just kind of repeating it. And so like watching the tutorial, pick up something from it, try it out in the game, mess up some more in the game, lose your game more than likely. That's Paradox Interactive games right there. Like losing is just a part of the game. And so don't feel discouraged from that. I've lost a lot of games. I'm sure a lot of people have just had their leaders and families get completely killed off and lost their games. And so, yeah, even in this game, I lose a lot as well. And so, but this war though, we are not about to lose this. We are going to try and let's get our bases there upgraded. And there it is. As soon as I mentioned it, guys, this is War Against the Imperium Part 2, and they are bringing it to us. They've declared war. I believe they have some claims on some of my systems, and we are about to show them some business. Before we start that, I'm going to hydrate because it's getting a little toasty here. Oh yeah, that's how I learned how to play Stellaris. I watch guide videos. I watch all kinds of videos for this game, comedy, just everything, anything I can get my hand on. I've been in the wiki before. I'll go on Reddit and just Reddit. I feel like is a really good place to find tips about games, because more than likely, if you have a question for not just CK3, but like, well, for me, like Stellaris, I'll be like, all right, what's this? What does this do? I can just go on Reddit and like type in that question and literally just pick something up from it and be like, oh, okay. And so Reddit would be your best friend as well for games like this too. I want you to learn. So, oh, right on. Yeah, I appreciate that. I know some things. I don't know everything, but I try to help when I can. I have a pretty supportive community here. I always like to give praise to because they help everyone in my games. And so, yeah, got a pretty cool squad of people that I'm surrounded by. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and start this war here. I already have my fleets in position, but we're going to go ahead and just get another wave of ships on the way, because usually right after a battle takes place, you're going to be losing. Hopefully you don't lose any ships, but you can bet you'd probably want to prepare for that. And so I'm going to squeeze a couple more corvettes maybe. There we go. There we go. And so this is one kind of like maxed out fleet. I wonder if I could, oh, okay. Oh, what? I can add more space amoeba? Oh, this is crazy. How do I do this though? Like, it's not giving me the option to reinforce those. Wow. Depending on taking my bike to the gym, if Binford wasn't so sketchy, oh yeah. Yeah, be careful out there, man. Holy moly, guys, I can add more space amoeba to my ships. This is phenomenal. And so, see, just like this. Oh yeah, I pick up on just random things in the game I didn't even know about. There, I just found out you can build more of, I have this amoeba that followed one of my fleets a while ago. Where are you at? Okay, so it's kind of hard to see, but this little guy right here followed one of my ships, and now it's like a part of my army. And so I'm realizing now that you can add more of those, and that is going to be wonderful. So here I'm looking at the enemy's fleet, and it looks like they got about 9K worth of ships. That is a lot. That is a whole lot. Did 30 miles on the Monon on Saturday. Nice. Yeah, I need to get back on my bike here. I ride around the neighborhood every once in a while, but I need to get like a really, really good ride in here this summer. Is it summertime already? Would this be? I mean, it feels like it's summertime now. All right, so yo, let's see what our borders look like. We got, okay, so we're pumping out about the same amount of numbers as them. I'm going to grab my fleets and I'm just going to scoot them back a little bit. Just a little bit so that if that empire decides to attack us first. Oh yeah, they'll have to go through the system first though. Let's see what their ships are doing at the moment. And so if they're getting ready to push up on us, I will activate something, maybe. I don't know if I have any edicts right now that will help, but yeah, right now they're just sitting, waiting and probably planning on when they're going to attack us. And I'm going to be keeping my eye over there. In the meantime, on the other side of the galaxy, we're going to spend some unity here. Or not unity, but influence unity. What do you think this is? And we're going to expand and just, I'm going to go ahead and just plan a course here since we have so much influence right now. Actually, oof, I don't want to do that. So I don't want to expand too close to this empire over here. They're a fallen empire. If you get too close to them, they'll get all upset and stuff, and we'll hold off on that. We're just going to build our bases around these next couple of systems. And even still, I still have so much influence right there, and so it's pretty cheap right now to build build those outposts and expand our borders. Okay, and so here we got a dig site. This is a new dig site we are starting just now. This is the robot debris excavation site. Let's go take a look at the system that it is in. Here in the background on this, oh, this is an asteroid. This is the two-side situation, and it says that upon closer examination, the smashed droids found on the surface of this asteroid over here on the left side. It says that it appears to originate from two distinct cultures. Technologically, the droids must have been evenly matched when they were still functional, but there are many subtle differences that hint at different designs. Okay. I'm so curious. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and begin our second excavation dig site. I don't know if we have any relics right now. No, but once we get about 500 minor artifacts, we'll be able to discover a precursor insight. And so I know we had a couple of those chains going on right now, but yeah, we'll wait later on for those. In the meantime, though, here looking at my worlds, all right, we got some housing available on these planets now. These are my newer worlds we're looking at the moment. I think the last outpost you queued bordered the Fallen Empire, and if it does, you know, usually they will send you like yo, you got to take that down. And if they do, I'll take it down. But I think, yeah, right now, oh yeah, this one here, I see. In that case, I'll just restrict the system for now. Actually, I'll probably just go ahead and restrict these three systems right at their borders so that neither my fleets or anyone go here for the time being. But yo, here we are still waiting. We are at war and we are waiting for this fleet to either attack. It looks like they're building up a pretty solid fleet right now, and so we're gonna have to eventually get ready for that because I'm gonna imagine they're gonna attack our borders here in a little bit. We are now voting in the galactic community on the pan-galactic recycling initiatives. And so this decreases weight from, or diplomatic weight from economy. And I'm actually going to oppose that. How about no? On top of that, let's go ahead and reinforce some ships here and get ready for some action. And actually, I think I'm going to go ahead and build just one Corvette here so that we can start a new fleet. And so we'll get that started there and get our second fleet underway. We got plenty of alloys to spend. Here we have another first contact. Cool. First contacts right now are just, they're all right. I feel like I haven't seen a lot of robots though. Let's go to our contacts tab here. And yeah. How's traffic? It was, oh my goodness. That was the longest part. Traffic was, it was a mess. And so, I mean, it's kind of expected too. I was warned about there just being heavy traffic. We are the only robots in the galaxy right now. Wow. Wow. It's no wonder they all want to pick on us. But yeah, it was a lot. But I did walk a whole bunch too, so I guess that kind of balanced out a little bit of things too. It was cool. Here back on Planet Terminus, I see that we got a little bit of crime, but it's all right. Oh, I do have a tile block I'll clear out. And so clearing out this industrial wasteland will give me 2 max districts, which right now the only districts we have cleared out are these 2. Traffic at a race, how ironic. Oh yeah. Well, this is like a huge race, and I didn't realize how massive the racetrack was until I walked in there. And when we got inside of it, I was like, all right, so where do the cars race at? And I was like, where are we right now? And like, I remember the staff was like, you're in the middle of the racetrack. And I'm like it's so huge. I can't even explain. It's hard to explain it. And you can only, or at least so we were in the center, but where we were at, you can really only see like a big, like just corner, like a big corner of the racetrack. And so, man, it's just so cool seeing those cars go by so fast. And yeah, there were car accidents. There were like 3 wrecks in the race yesterday too. And so just seeing that in purpose, man, it's like shocking and very wild. So maybe bait the enemy out, move your fleet to the edge of the nearby system so that the enemy attacks your starbase. There is that option. I'm gonna wait. I don't feel comfortable moving near them just yet. Oh man, their fleet power is increasing by a lot. But yeah, we got that ship made here. We're gonna be increasing our fleet. I like to try and once they engage your fleet, back out. I like it, but I'm gonna do my thing here for a little bit. I can't risk it just yet. We won our first battle against these guys in the first stream. I want to try and get a second dump, and we did it because right now we're in a choke point system, and so I'm going to keep my fleets here unless they want to attack. Yeah, they're increasing their exhaustion too, and so I'm going to play the slow game, let them attack me while I'm in my base. Wow, I got 4. How many destroyer classes do I have? Wait a second, this isn't right. I jacked up my ship designer here. I knew it. All right, so whatever that is, we're gonna get rid of that. This right here, we're gonna scrap this. I'm like, wait, why do I have so many of these? So I have a point defense with missiles. I have another point defense with lasers. We'll get rid of the lasers one too, and I'll have one with all kinetics, one with all lasers, and one with point defense and missiles. And so now we'll go back to our fleet manager. So what's your goal with this playthrough? My goal is to assimilate as many species as I can into either cyborgs and have this galaxy be led by cybernetic species and robots. And eventually, I mean, if we can try to win the game, that's always the option. And so in my playthroughs right now, the year is set to 2245. My victory score year is at the year 2500. And so we have until then to try and just make as many moves as we can, conquer species, destroy other species to try and get into first place. And right now, for our victory score here, I'm pretty sure I'm pretty low right now. But yeah, I'm in 16th place out of 17 empires, which is crazy because I've actually won a few battles here. But yeah, we got a lot of work to do. I'm playing on Grand Admiral as well. And so a lot of the empires get a few bonuses over you in the beginning of the game. And you just got to kind of play catch up and try and, yeah, pretty much do just that. Catch up to them throughout the game. It's the fastest track too, man. They're hitting like 220 miles. I know. Like the intro to the, oh, here we go. They're attacking. All right, guys, we got to jump over here and see what's going on. Oh, man. Holy moly. And so we're taking some heavy losses this time around. Oh, no, they killed Bubbles. No. Guys, rip to Bubbles. Rip to Bubbles. A pity. And so now I can't tell if it's my admiral or my scientist, but they gain the substance abuser trait, and this decreases their leader lifespan by 10 years. So now my pops are all sad about Bubbles dying. Holy moly, they are shredding through my fleets right now. And it must have been something I built wrong. Something I didn't do right. Let's see if we can maybe get some more defensive platforms up in time. And let me see. What do we want to go with next? Let's go with fusion reactors here. Let me see what their ships are packing on them right now. We're going to go to our contact thing here. Got to pop some pills when Bubbles dies in front of your eyes. I know it's a sad occasion here. But yo, what's going on, Call Ruth? Welcome to the stream. Kurzov 22. This is not a laughing matter. This is a sad matter. Bubbles is dead. So these guys have lasers, coil guns, point defense. See, they got everything. And so this is where I'm like, what do I build more of? Actually, they don't have missiles. Time to get a planet killer as proper payback. It is. It is. Well, better yet, just assembling or abducting their pops and kidnapping them. Yeah, right now I'm kind of looking at this contact report and I'm trying to figure out what to build against them. And I think I'm gonna go to some of my ships here. And yeah, I have point defense up, but that might be a waste. Because again, yeah, they have no missiles they're shooting at me. Guys, let me know if I'm looking at that right. We're looking at this right here. These are all... Nope, yep, yeah, pretty much everything from here up. These are all the weapons they have on their ships. This is their hit ratio. Oh, man. And yeah, they stopped a bunch of my missiles. I know that's for sure. So they were able to evade pretty much all of my corvettes. What is Corvette Rash? I gotta look up whatever that is. Disruptors can beat all AI designs, I think. Let's go to our fleet management. We gotta do some tinkering here. All right, and so we had those point defense types of ships. It said Corvette Rush, Call Ruth. Here, I'll pull it up again here. So, or Corvette Rash. If I can move my chair, it's kind of hard to see here. Let me see if I can do it over here. Nope, not there. I can't get out of the way enough. So apparently, oh, my chair's blocking the way. Okay, so when I hover on their side of the evasion, it says Corvette Rash, and that I feel like I've not heard of before. But yeah, we're gonna back to our ship designer here, and we're gonna go ahead and just scrap. Yeah, like Corvette Rash. I'm not sure what that means, but it was like their evasion thing for it. All right, so we're changing this here. Guess we're not going to be running with... you know what? Maybe I'll keep the picket corvettes. Yeah, but yeah, that just doesn't work against these guys right now. We're going to change this up into... I don't even want lasers anymore. Oops, why did I screenshot that? All right, and so our laser corvette class now, and then we're just going to go with the kinetic class as well. And, you know, I'll keep the point defense for now, but we won't be building those in our upcoming fleets here as long as this war is going on. And say, cool, cool. I have a all lasers class there. I had a laser corvette already. That's a different type of corvette laser. And then for my dispatcher, we're gonna take away the point defense on this one, make this another interceptor, and give it all mass drivers. Unless it's the name of their model, I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know if I have a... Let me see if I have a Corvette class that's called Rash. It doesn't sound familiar, but yeah, these are all my Corvettes. So this... None with that name, but yeah, that was interesting there. All right, and we'll go ahead and scrap this dispatcher fleets. Why can't I scrap you? A ship of this design is currently being built. Okay. Oh, okay. So I'm building a fleet already like that. For our destroyers, I have this point defense here for this as well. But again, they shot all this down, so I'll stop building these for the time being. But yeah, the corvettes and the destroyers, let's go here. And I won't be building any of the point defenses for a while either. Someone mentioned on my YouTube channel about building disruptors. The thing is that I don't think I have disruptors right now, or disruptor technology. And so if we can get our technology to research that here, we will try to, but we are definitely in a icky situation right now. And so let's go to our shipyards here and try to get some ships reinforced. And actually, let's change up our fleet here. Yeah, disruptors are broken against AI. So why is that? Like, what is it? Like, does disruptor just only damage shields, or what is it that makes them broken? Because once I get that technology, now that I got 2 people telling me this now, I think we might try and do that. Build some disruptors. And so I'm actually going to scrap these point defense corvette. You know, we'll keep those for now. We're going to scrap the the point defense destroyers. Give us some room here. Disruptors penetrate both armor and shield for low damage. I see. Interesting. So unless target uses hardening, it goes straight to hull. Oh, wow. And like, I'm assuming the AI doesn't use hardening a whole lot. And hull damage equals disengagement chance. They don't do enough damage to be useful though. You heard root beer? Terrible Hamster says, yeah, very nice to just ignore enemy shields and armor. Oh, and just go straight for hull. But Corset says that they don't do enough damage to be useful. So I'm kind of hearing some back and forths here. It's not about damage. All right, so let me see what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna drop these destroyers as well. Can I not disband this? All right, we'll go ahead and just get to work on our second fleet here. And so, yeah, again, we're gonna drop these point defenses and just go with mostly lasers. Actually, we'll do just 2 of those for now. Let's add some more ship designs here. And we're gonna add instead, I got my laser class and my kinetic class. Cool. So 3 different Corvette types, 2 different destroyer types. And we'll see if this does any damage, any better luck here. And so we might lose a few systems here, just temporarily, but we're gonna try and bounce back and see if we can do a nice little counterattack here, because they cut through that quickly. And so let's see where they decide to move to next. And oh no, they're pushing forward. Or frigates with torps for bigger ships. Yeah, I haven't had frigate technology just yet. Oh, and let me get my fleets out of here. All right, and so they're attacking our next system here now. I should be able to, there we go, reinforce some more ships. And now we got about 25 Corvettes on the way. And torps, I find, crack star bases. All right, so here, guys, we got 2 options. We got a couple of options here, and I'm gonna go with the cruiser technology. Had a starbase worth 200K that kicked away an awakened fleet of 1.5 million, all disruptors? What? Yeah, torps on frigates get big multi against bigger targets. Yeah, hold up, but what? All disruptors? Yeah, a starbase worth 200K that kicked away a 1.5 million fleet. That is crazy. Here, let me just do one more double check here and make sure that I can't. Yeah, so I don't think I can build those just yet. But once I'm able to, we're gonna see what's going on with the disruptors, because this sounds interesting.
A world has been lost.
All right, so yeah, they've taken one of our worlds. We'll try and get that back as well. Starbases are still murder guards. For some reason, I thought hull always meant like the components inside of a fleet. Like I played BattleTech before, and so like whenever they say, "Oh, my hull's been breached," it's like, "Oh, is this like the wiring parts of your, or like the critical hit parts of your ship?" But man, I've been wrong this whole time. And so with that being higher, it doesn't let them leave battle, pretty much. Wow. Well, yeah, I'm gonna have to see what's up with this. Guys, next up for Society Tech, let's go with the Colonial Centralization technology, and this will allow me to build the planetary processor. And let's put a pause to this war really quick, see if our worlds are still looking okay. Cool, and so here on my Synthen planet, or my ring world, let's go ahead and squeeze on another generator district, or better yet, let's get 2 of those on there. It's 3 HP bars in order, shield, hull, armor. So, like, do you have to go through the shield to get to the armor, and then same thing with the hull? There's a counter to it, shield hardening, but it's late tech and AI doesn't use it. All right, guys, we're talking about ships, countering ships, parts, weapons, And now we're to look at the robot debris situation here. And so we're on the second part, and it says that the asteroid that we're using this excavation site on seems to have simply been dumping ground for broken droids and may have served as an actual battlefield where they were destroyed. The many layers of debris suggest a series of intense battles waged intermittently across the better part of 2 centuries. Now, exactly why 2 interstellar powers would commit such a vast resources towards waging a massive ground war on a small and unremarkable asteroid remains an unanswered question. Cool. So on YouTube says, maybe build extra armies on your planets and be sure to uncheck the deploy and orbit button. Copy that. See, these are all things that I'm still picking up on. And so missiles penetrate shields. Okay. And then, yeah, so that means disruptors penetrates both. Nice. But yeah, how you doing, Cole? How was the, I think I saw you streaming a little bit earlier today. Hopefully all went well in your Stellaris game. Hopefully, see, we got some people here in the chat right now. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully everyone's having a wonderful Monday, and I don't have to work today, but I still get paid for it. So I'm feeling pretty happy about that. So I'm having a pretty okay Monday right now. For my unit W6 here, this is my governor of one of my worlds, and let's try to squeeze out some more unity from this guy. And so network relay 2 will be their next trait. Here we got to just see what's going on. I'm not as prepared for this war as I would have liked to be. My trading empire got dead by contingency, cutting my trade empire in half. Oof. What like, do you turn your in-game crisis difficulty up? Because we're at 4 right now, and I'm curious to see what that's going to be like. That's unfortunate. We're gonna go ahead and begin researching this orbital station situation next. And after that, let's see if, again, we're just gonna try and get more of these alloys here so that I can keep adding my ships here and getting ready for their next attack. And so I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can get a starbase constructed here, or a starport made. On top of that, let's get some defensive platforms up. You play 2435 at 1.5K these days because I'm bored of the meta stuff. Nice. Honestly, I don't even know how to play like a meta style. I just kind of enjoy more role-playing stuff, but yeah, I know some folks that turn that difficulty all the way up, and that's mind-blowing. Oh, 1.5. Okay. I put mine on 4, and I let them annihilate the galaxy. I know that I can't I beat them, but I'm just like, yeah, just wreck everything. And I'm playing on a small galaxy right now, guys. If we haven't seen it yet, we are on a barred spiral galaxy. Right now, we are mostly looking up here towards the top half. Interesting stuff going down here that I'm not too sure about. We got 2 fallen empires over here on the left side. These guys were pretty much stopping me from being able to get down here. But yeah, this is my gray border here. We are the Neural Infusion Empire. Oh yeah, the contingency. Yeah, isn't the contingency the go signal? And in my last game, I had a robot leader, and the contingency like assassinated it. Or no, I didn't have a robot leader. I had a human leader, and the robot assassinated it. So yeah, it was like a level 10 leader too, and it was tragic. All right, guys, let's go ahead and keep our game going here. We are almost at the 50-year mark in this playthrough, and it looks like their fleet is currently split up. And so that's a 3.4K fleet. What do I have right now? I got a 4K fleet, and so we could probably merge these right now. There we go. And we're gonna go ahead and take out this first fleet right now. And so bringing the fight back to the Imperium while they're hitting my bases here, and hopefully we can reach them in time. And so there we go. We are now in that system. They're still attacking the base. We've intercepted them. And geez, they are shredding me. What in the world? All right, back to the combat report again. So let's see what happened here. I had a higher damage output. Oh, heal my ships first or I'll lose them. I underestimated damaged ships there. That's a little frustrating. All right, and so yeah, our medium mass drivers though were pretty efficient. Hit ratio is still boo-boo. What the world? What's my to hit? My hit ratio is 43%. Oh, this is my outpost. My bad. I'm looking at something else. This is not my ships right now. Let's look at the one for my ships. Here it is. So, oh no, this is another base. The battle's still going on, so we don't have a combat report for it just yet. Dude, they are shredding me. Ah, get out of my face, Racketeers. All right, so now my leader's dead. So the defensive platforms, let's see what happened here. The coil guns did a lot of damage. The mass drivers, not so much. And so energy actually had a higher output. Maybe I'll switch my defensive platforms to energy next time. Now, I want to see what was going on here, because they destroyed all my corvettes. I had more destroyers and corvettes, and they still beat them. And so it definitely has to be the way they're fitting these. And so my hit ratio, my energy did nothing. Nuclear missiles did some damage, but my energy, my missiles are just terrible. The medium UV lasers did some damage, small UV lasers, but the point defense, which, yeah, I should have just got rid of all the point defense. Point defense didn't do a whole lot. That was very ineffective. And I had a lot of picket ships as well, so let me see what their hit ratio is looking like. All they have are flat cannons and small UV lasers. And so yeah, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of the picket ship design. But it says that my explosive missiles did damage. PD is only good if there's a lot of missiles or fighters. I don't have the disruptor technology yet, though. If I had it, I would definitely equip it to my fleets, but right now, no. And so this is something going on with the way that I'm fitting my ships. And let's see if we can get... I only got 2 ships right now. That is tragic. And so let's go ahead and just rebuild our fleet here. And so the lasers, they were okay. Let's go. We can go with lasers and only kinetic weapons there. And same for the destroyers, but no more point defense right now. And so here we got our dispatch class and our laser class. We're going to queue up a bunch of these for starters. I'm going to hold off on even building any of the bigger ships just yet. We're just going to try and get as many of these corvettes made right now. And so go ahead and reinforce all of those, and hopefully in time we'll be able to raise another fleet there. You have the option a while back. If I go to my I'll go to my technology here in a little bit. We have a archaeological project that's been completed, and there's so much happening. Yeah, when I go to my fleet manager, my ship designer, there's no weapons for it. But if I go to my technology here, we got physics tech available. I guess we can try and just get more out of our calculators. What category would disruptors be in? Yeah, I don't have that option available to me right now. So I do not have that technology. It is not there. I guess I'll go for coil guns then. It'll be in physics. Yeah, I don't have that. Thank you guys for the heads up. Physics technology. I keep switching. That's not what I had before. There we go. Applied quantum physics. All right, so yeah, we got a bunch of corvettes queued up here. We'll see if we'll have enough time to. Oh, they're hitting my home system. Jeez Louise. Let me see what kind of war this is here, because our war exhaustion is straight up blown out of the way. And we can't surrender. We can't settle a status quo right now. I don't know what their war goals are set to. But yeah, most of our attrition is coming from space battles. And this is all we have. They've completely they've destroyed us in almost every battle right now. Oh, so they're trying to destroy us. This is a total war battle right now. All right, and so yeah, again, hopefully we can get more ships up. They got all of their ships here in my home system. And yeah, we are in some major trouble here. Let me see if I can maybe get another shipyard made. That was our only one, and Jeez, guys, talking about a playthrough going straight to the can right there. This war alone is just wrecking me. And it's crazy because we beat them the first time around. Jeez. Your driven assimilation is always going to be total war. Copy that. Man, that is annoying right there. And now they're invading my planet. They heard you plan to shove implants in their brains. Yeah. I'm annoyed because I wanted to do that. And now they're bombarding one of my ring worlds. Guess they don't like the idea. AI. Freaking AI. Yeah, because I'm a driven assimilator. Yep. Let's see here. Yep. Oh, okay. So this is probably going to end quickly. And that is my right ring world. Now I think they're invading they have control of that. Sons of guns, man. They got control of my ring world. Actually, you are the AI. Imagine that, AI on AI crime. Guys, this might actually end up being the run. We were gonna see if I could assimilate the galaxy on Grand Admiral, and it looks like there is a negative there on that one. Wow. And so here these guys want to guarantee me independence. What use is that to me right now? Not a whole lot. Jeez. Well, here's the answer. The answer we've been waiting for. If I can do it. I feel like I could probably try and get another shipyard up. Was scaling on? I'm not sure. I think it might have been on. Guarantee independence a bit late. Like, hey, we'll make sure you remain a free empire. Like, what empire? I'm like, oh. But yeah, I think scaling is on. I'm not sure what that does. I don't know if it like turns the amount of ships they can build or something like that up faster or whatnot, but will it matter now? I mean, probably not, because we just lost our origin start here. This was mine literally a few months ago, and now it is no longer. Wow. I feel like I'm kind of frozen right now because I'm just like, I mean, can I build ships? Can't build any ships. I don't have any shipyards. We're trying to queue them up, but it's almost too late here. Their fleet is just cutting right through us, and it just did so much damage. Let me see what's going on here. I got all these different fleets flowing through my system. Yes, you are witnessing a collapse. We already lost our ring world. They were already really close to my home world as well, which I figured might have been a problem. But how big of a problem? I did not realize. On top of that, we are driven assimilators, and so we were going to be planning all of these abductions and things like that. With scaling AI, you won't get their buffs at the start of the game. As the game goes on, they get more buffs till they reach Grand Admiral.
A hostile fleet has appeared to us.
I'm gonna try and settle the status quo for now. I don't know if they'll accept it or not, but yep, they denied it. So with scaling AI on, you won't get the AI won't get their buffs at the start of the game, but as the game goes on, they get more buffs till they reach Grand Admiral. So with scaling, they start equal to you, but gets a growing buff up to the difficulty you picked. Unless they are advanced AI, obviously. So what happens if I turn it off? They just start with crazy high like power or high buffs? How does that work? And geez Louise, guys, like I said, I wanted this campaign to go on a little bit longer. Honestly, it's probably a good idea that it's ending now, since tomorrow we got an update on the way. Oh, okay, so turned on, they get full buff at the start? Holy moly. Yo. That's wild. So do you play that way, Cole Ruth? If you hate yourself. I was gonna be like, yo, do people play that way? All right. And so guys, yeah, by year 50, they will have 100K fleets. It's year 50 right now. They had 10K fleets. Are you insane? Yeah, scaling is a little more chill. Yeah. I don't know, man. I feel like some people play this game to make it harder for themselves. Me personally, you're witnessing my peakness here. That's how I play. No wonder I get smashed. The starting RNG really tilts me. Nice. See, oh man, that's what I was so worried about in the beginning of the game. Is as soon as I spawned in, I saw another empire right at my border. I can't even build any more ships right now. I got one starbase here, but look at this. There's literally a 10K fleet one system away. And so, guys, I think this may just be the end of the run to the Neural Infusion. Like I said before, I wanted this run to go on a little bit longer, but we're just gonna go ahead and say, yo, this is a scrap to the game here. Wow. And yeah, the Imperium of Marust. I'm tapping out. We're saying the Neural Infusion's been conquered pretty much. We only have 3 worlds here, and they're not even, yeah, that's not a whole lot going on. And so, yo, thank you for everybody for stopping by here. We're gonna go ahead and start. I guess this gives me time to start a new playthrough here. And before we wrap this stream up, yo, we got Ritter 13. Thank you for the follow. I now grant you the status of Alpha, the energy of Yang, and the ability to delete all elites. Guys, this is the end, the early end to our Stellaris Gestalt Consciousness driven assimilator playthrough. I tried, we failed. And that is how I like my playthroughs. Sometimes we win, sometimes we lose. More times we lose, not like this though, but we usually takes a little bit longer. And so, yeah, I will see you all tomorrow, 7 p.m. Yes, RIP, Neural Infusion. And you know what? Yeah, I'll keep you guys posted. We will be posting updates after the stream as well for what the next empire is that we're going to be playing with. And yeah, guys, I will see you all later.